Real talk, I recently had a TikTok troll comment and say, I saw The Secret, so I know everything there is about manifesting, and it's magical thinking. And I kind of just want to send them an air hug, because from what they've said, it sounds like their life kind of sucks. The truth is that if you saw The Secret, you might think you know everything there is about putting positivity out into the universe, but wondering why it's not actually coming back to you. And no offense to Rhonda Byrne of The Secret, but I feel like she did a great disservice just leading us on to think that the law of attraction was it. There are numerous coaches, numerous programs out there, even therapists developed to helping people understand just the law of attraction. But the law of attraction is actually a secondary law, and it's amongst 7 other primary laws. So let's get into the science and the physics of how to actually change your results. What's up, my free and powerful friends? I'm Magnify Maggie, the creator of the Magnify Method. Today we're talking about how to cure your addiction through the law of attraction, literally manifesting it. But we're gonna dive deeper because The Secret didn't tell us everything we need to know about the law of attraction. You could be easily led to believe that you're doing the right things, but if the results aren't coming for you, then there are ways to tweak that. We're gonna get down to it today. I know when The Secret came out, it was super exciting. I remember watching the movie for the first time, and it actually really started to turn some wheels for me. But all in all, it did feel like magical thinking. That's because what Rhonda Byrne left out of the movie was the fact that the law of attraction is actually a secondary law under the law of vibration. When you understand the law of vibration, the law of attraction just works. But the law of vibration puts the responsibility back in your hands. And when you have the responsibility, you can actually change it. This was really important for me with my drinking habits because I found that every time I was caving in to cravings, unsupportive behavior, going out with friends that I didn't need to be hanging out with, I was in a very low vibe. And I want to talk about what that means as a human being locked in your body when you're in a low vibration and what happens, how that impacts the law of attraction. This is going to blow your mind, but you are not your body. You live in your body. Your body is a massive energy, a massive molecules vibrating at a certain frequency. Albert Einstein said this is not philosophy, this is physics. Your vibration of your body is dictated by the thoughts that you choose. Taking it real deep here. The thoughts that you choose are going to be connected to how your body feels. If you feel good, it is a very good sign that you're thinking well. If you feel bad, that is an indication that your body is vibrating at a very low frequency. Remember that your body is the instrument of your mind. So your body cannot feel a certain way without being connected to those thoughts. And I want to challenge you here to really think about what you think about. What I found was that in my drinking years, I wasn't really thinking. I was mentally reacting to things that I saw, things that I heard, things that I tasted, things that I touched. Everything from my 5 senses, I was just mentally reacting. But thinking is taking those physical sensory information items and actually directing them in the way that you want. Henry Ford once said that most people would rather die than think. And I think that might be true because when I start talking about this stuff, people obviously come at me saying, that's magical thinking. But no, it's just using your intellect to gear your thoughts into the direction that you want to feel and behave. In the mid-1930s, Simeon Kirlian invented, or I guess discovered, the ability to photograph energy and see it leaving our bodies. So you can Google Kirlian photography and you can see the image of the outline of a person, their silhouette, with radiating beams of energy coming off. And what they found was that when you were thinking negatively, these beams became dimmer, they became softer, and you could even explain them as less exciting. But the moment somebody thought consciously about something positive, once they started to imagine the good outcomes, you could see this energy radiating even brighter, even more brilliantly. That's because you are energy as a human being, and your energy is always being expressed through your body. But it all comes down to which direction you are directing the information you're taking in from your 5 senses. So make sure that when you're taking in information from your outside world, that you're actually molding it in your inner world to suit you. You're going to need to think long and hard about why you react negatively. Why do I think that what they said is true? Why do I think that what that person did to me was hurtful? And when you can reframe that and say, I don't want that to affect my literal body vibrations, then you start to think and act the way you need to think and act in order to be in high vibes. The law of attraction comes into play because once you are vibrating intentionally, you are going to be attracting intentionally. I remember once doing a workshop just on this method in an inpatient facility. One of the members raised his hands and he said, I have an aunt that loves law of attraction, but she drives a crappy car, she got laid off, and her home is on foreclosure. And I said, well, it's really interesting. I would love to have a conversation with her because there's a difference between putting positive thoughts out there and putting positive beliefs out there. You can consciously think something without getting emotionally involved, meaning your body is not going to change vibration. I could think I want $1 million without actually believing it happening, so it will never happen. Now that's an extreme example, but I would always question anybody trying to think positively if they are actually believing it as well, because the vibrational change does not occur until you get emotionally invested with the idea. Now you're gonna need to practice shifting your thinking and then allowing yourself to get emotionally involved. I would bet money that you are getting emotionally involved in the negative end of things. So you will literally feel angry. You will feel frustrated. Your palms will start to sweat. You start to shut down and feel very lackadaisical and lethargic because you're getting emotionally involved with the negative end of the emotional spectrum. When you get involved and give yourself permission to believe in the good and not say, oh, I'm gonna jinx it, oh, I don't wanna get my hopes up. When you actually freaking get your hopes up, you're gonna feel butterflies. You're gonna feel a burst of energy, and that's your body literally shifting into the right vibration. Once you do that, everything that is in harmony with that vibration will then be attracted to you, and you will start to see them in your reality. Same can be said about the negative end though. You will only attract to you what you are in harmonious vibration with. So if you are vibrating at a low frequency, you can bet you are attracting the negative things that you're thinking about even more so into your daily life. So in the beginning, it might feel really uncomfortable to feel almost like you're suppressing the anger or suppressing any negative energy to keep yourself from those low vibrations and pick yourself back up. So here's some suggestions to get yourself through those emotional triggers so that you're not staying in the low vibe for very long. We want to think about what is vibration that we know of in our daily life. And one of the main things is music. This is proven to be so helpful because it is literal vibrations entering our body and entering our mind. So if you feel an angry trigger, if you feel a saddening trigger, then listen to something that's angry. Listen to something that's sad and allow that emotion to process. for just a moment. Let it flow. They say about 90 seconds is what it takes to go ahead and let that emotion flow to and through you, back out again, so that you are actually rid of it. So listen to that angry music. I'm gonna list some in the description below. Angry music, happy music to get yourself back up once you express that anger. I'm talking belt it out, get the tears flowing, whatever you need to do to let that emotion run to and through you, and then switch gears to put on the happy vibe music to pull yourself right out of there. This is something that I did that was super unsupportive in my drinking age. Was I thought that I needed to feel sad, so I would play sad music 24/7, and it locked me in this sad state, attracting more of the same. So make sure you don't stay there with that sad music, that angry music. Use it to go ahead and process it, and then flip those high vibe jams on, and you'll feel so much better. Next up, do not let the opinions of others dictate your vibe. If somebody comes up to you and says something negative, then just remember to have compassion for them. They're probably having a bad day. They might not actually know the whole story. So just kind of brush it off and say, they don't know the whole story. I'm gonna stay in this high vibe situation. With that, remember faith over fear. Faith, not so much in God at all, but in this confidence that you have in your capabilities over the fear factor. So when we can imagine how well something's going to turn out, we're going to keep our body vibrating at a high frequency. The moment we let that fear thought come in and we start imagining the worst, you're going to literally feel your body start to shut down. Your eyes will get heavy. You'll want to start to close off to everybody. And that's a sign that you're getting emotionally involved and letting the fear take over. So banish the fear and really anchor into the faith. I am so passionate about applying these literal natural laws, the way that our bodies function in our world, to curing, overcoming, and even ending self-sabotaging addictive behavior. So if you've enjoyed this, know that this is really just scratching the surface. If you're interested in knowing more about the coaching programs, even the community and course online, then make sure you check out the links below. We dive into this hardcore so that you are literally manifesting the exact dream life you desire. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we're bringing more inspirational, motivational, and educational lessons just like this every Sunday and every Thursday, helping you think different in order to drink different, or never again.